Um, finally have, well, we can do this one now, and now I remember we should have plenty of potions, and mills won't hurt either. This guy is a monstrosity. Ah, he's so strong. I mean, I'm more geared up for it than I probably was the other times I tried it, but we have the quest, because this is one fight you don't, or dungeon run you don't want to do over again. It's like, well, you'll say, just know it's a complete nightmare. Well, he's one of the worst, what is it? One of the worst, arena trial bosses ever. They're, yeah, arena challenges. The worst one, he just has so much fire on the ground, and there's some mechanics you don't follow, you're basically just gonna lose. And I did title this the way I did because, well, I'm not sure if I'm gonna beat him by the time, like, in, like, about, I'd say, the minimum, I think 10 minutes or so, then they go berserk, and you do not want them going berserk. They will just kill you if that happens. I mean, you could do it as long as you dodge all his attacks, but if you don't dodge his attacks, even as a tank, you still take a lot of damage. And this is one side quest. Oh, I guess I gotta talk to all these giant robot mechanic guys, whatever, I don't know. Okay, and you, sir. Yes, robot man, whatever. The music here. Oh yeah, they did add something else nice in this. I don't want to be too close to those guys. A boss. A boss that's a weekly one. Okay, so this guy in the jungle, he's up in 3 and 4. And they finally... Oh gosh, yeah. Well, I guess they're different. I'm not sure. The two I fought was the Harpy Queen and Bashal. When that green... When they're... The channel, like channel 3 and 4 green, means he's up on both those. They made that nice little touch improvement. Now you can see... And it even tells you when he spawned here too, like... It is nice. It's green now because normally every time I try to go to one of them, they still have a timer. They don't tell if they don't. You don't know if he's on that channel, right? You have to hop to it to find out. I also really hope somebody queues up for this soon because I don't want to be sitting here. I knew I should have, you know, did it first. And then waited, then started it when they decided to queue up. But of course, not many people do these high ones. They'll do it once because of the the only reason I'd say is for the quest. Or yeah, they got a quest and they need to do it. I wonder if this is... Oh, come on, man. At least you're trying to shoot me. I gotta wait for this guy to... There we go. And... Nope. I'm not fighting you, stupid... He's got such a small bow. Look at this man. He's tiny. Are you serious? You trying to shoot me from that angle? Bro. I guess I gotta kill you now for that. Right, that is... Wow, you just smashed down with that ability and it makes a hole. Are you serious, bro? You didn't get flinched by that? Okay, that's a bit annoying. Like, almost every attack I do with my sword should always flinch him, but not every enemy, nor every attack, I guess. When they're attacking anyway. I also got two things. Now hopefully we can, well, two equipment stones. You know, there's some arm or weapons like this one, or armor, I guess. I want to get up. I've been trying to get up. Not this. I'm trying to wait for a better piece. So I guess my chance of getting this is probably a little higher. I got 2 of the equipment upgrade stones. What is this? And, okay. Oh, kill 8 of them and you get that. Yeah, well. No thanks, I'm good. Now if only somebody would hopefully queue up, because don't want to, you know, have it be a waste, because I'm sitting here waiting for it. Let's see, the closest town I need, or just any place with an enhancer. This thing is very helpful, so you don't have to always go to a place you know where one is. I don't think that counts, does it? Does it? Oh, I guess it does. What? Down there? Okay, sure. Actually, the only other problem is there a bank down there? Wait a minute. Yeah, this tiny, yeah, little village. I forgot. I guess because I never go down here. Yeah, you can use that to easily find stuff that you're trying to look for. Now, hopefully I get the helmet out. I mean, I just need some better gear, and I'm trying to get, like, the minimum in this place. Gear that has at least some stats you want. Like, not always the stats that are best. Well, stats that are good. I also got a nice weapon for my mage. I don't think it's better than the other. And look, 48% chance, and it costs gold. That's why I didn't want to do it. So I'm trying to keep my gold, like you guys remember in the last one. Yes, I finally did it. Nice. Now it's extremely costly or difficult to get up, but it's all chance. And in this game, chance like this, yeah, I'm officially out of gold. This is why you don't do it without lots of gold, or you know, if you're not. Oh, wait a minute. No, I could have sworn there was some merchant I've seen before that offered recovery potions too, but not like those really heal you very much. Oh yeah, where is it? There you are. I need to make these into get another one, because these blues, I don't know if I've said this already. Hey, how's it going? Oh jeez. Sorry. Yeah, the blue ones here. And yes, I do get distracted sometimes when I'm just talking or focusing on the game. I just get like tunnel vision, I guess. And yeah, the blue ones, the blue armor stones anyway, are only for the common enhancer. The what are they called? Do I have any? Oh, nice. That's good. Let's see, where are they at? Okay, they're not over here. I'm pretty sure I don't have any. Well, these normal ones, oh, this, yeah. These are for the master enhancer. But it's a guarantee to not fail, as in break your armor or weapon. But if you use it, it costs star seeds, so unless you're loaded with those, and I think also gold, it was one other thing. Let's see, the marketplace, well, with gear, I don't know if you know this, but the armor that says bound to account, you can't sell like that. If it has nothing on the bottom, you could sell, but gear, if you're trying to find good gear or sell, it's usually all in the grade. Like B is the best right now you'll get until you get to harder dungeons or the high level dungeons, like these ones, they drop A grade, which is better. It is harder to get up. So if you have keys, you could go and run that, and most likely you'll have a pretty good chance of getting A grade gear, which is the best so far. And the stats, one thing I had to learn, they can always be higher. Like this is close to pretty good attack power. So like, let's see, if I was, where's the marketplace at? There's it tells you the highest and the lowest on which one of the like the attack power, it'll tell you which one's highest, the amount. Well, I'd say two things. If you wanna, depending on your level and your gear, you can grind to get artifact cores and get yourself plenty of gold, and might even get some good items. If you're in the timeless jungle with about 1,000 CS, you could go here. You'll probably see a group of people just killing and pulling a bunch of plants and enemies. Probably, at least for this area, it's the best spot to grind for that stuff. Very nice, you make some good stuff and you can just come here, salvage it, or sell, do whatever. And dungeons are good. I'd say if you have daily keys, then go ahead, run those. And yeah, well, late game priests are pretty, well, they're not too, well, late game they're really good. Like, their hills and all that are based off their attack power, which surprises me. I thought it would have been something like HP, but it's not. And they're somewhat tanky, not the tankiest, but you could take some hits. And if you have the fourth blessing, but I don't know which one you have, they're all different, and the farthest one you can get is Crescent Moon through the story, and the rest are more grindy to get, but I'd say they're pretty worth it if you want those skills. I'd say the best one out of any is the bottom one, the Blind Executioner. Very good, and it has the highest skill upgrade, so this one's got 5 on each, and they all give very nice stuff. Well, if you want better gear, you should just, I guess there is a low place one you can go. There's probably would be some people there to get your gear upgraded, so you know you're not as weak. Like I have all yellow now almost. And it took a lot of artifact cores and gold grinding to get it. The Rift, I believe, and it is, where's that? Right here. You could grind here and get your gear up, like you could just turn in all those, salvage all the cores over here. Get yourself some good, nice gold, but if you don't need too many cores, just sell it for gold. Yeah, the defense, there is one nice chest piece you can get. I give you some decent defense if you're willing to, you know, spend the star seeds to help keep you from dying so quick. And the rest, I'd say try to go for attack on the priest if you have any attack, if there's any gear that has that stat on it, or crit would work for some extra damage for your team and you. I did play with one. Their circle apparently heals a little bit based off the damage as long as you're attacking inside the circle. It is... I realized that when I was in one before. I thought it was something else, but it was the circle. Yeah, I got B grade. Basically, just if you have it, just play through the story, you'll probably get it. It'll definitely help, like, I guess around, maybe the, what is it, Padana area or something. You should have a few pieces of B grade, at least before you get there. Very, well, it's pretty good for right now anyway, because until you're doing tons of dungeons to get that really good gear. Because the jump from B to A grade gear is crazy. The stats, the defense, and all that are very high. And I'm gonna put this down because this fight, we're gonna totally need it. Let's see, where's my damage one? Oh, yes. This one is gonna be needed. Yeah, you can get some, yeah, purple. Oh yeah, red. Red is the highest grade and, quite frankly, the hardest possible stuff to get. Keep purple and red. Yeah, purple, I guess depending on what you want. Probably want to try to get gear with just good stats first with a good grade like B. Holy crap, they are very high level. Well, I hope we can beat this guy very quickly, probably. Yeah, the red gear is quite, like, very, very hard to get. Like, just getting a B grade up to it's hard. I did have, I think I maybe got it up once. And I only ever got one piece of gear up. But you want to save every, all of your purple, your yellow, and red embers. You're gonna need that chance. Well, you've said you've heard to keep that. Well, I wouldn't really keep it. Well, you don't need to keep it, depending on if it's good for you, somebody, or you could sell it. If you already have a good piece of gear, you don't need to keep it. You can just use a unbinding scroll, sell it to in the market, get some money out of that, or star seeds, and then, because your gear is, you might find a better piece that is got the stats or higher stats you want. Uh-oh. Oh no, this one's on me. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, depending on what kind of gear you're trying to go for. So I'd say your priest, you'd want attack, some defense, and some crit to help with the damage and keep yourself alive. Just the grade is one thing, but depending on what it's got on it is another. So you can just do whatever you want with it, but selling in the market can be it's a bit crazy sometimes. Some people sell things for super low or super high because they want star seed. But everything, depending on the stats, it's not as worth as much as the actual, like, really good stuff as really high or the highest stats. And depending on some things like gathering, in case you want that to make potions or whatever. But the higher grade stuff, the higher grade, but also, I don't know if it's grade, but I do know it's color. So, red, if you salvaged it, you would get quite a bit more artifact cores than you would from normal one, like a purple, might get up to 100 or so, 200. Purple or red would probably give you very high, very high stats, or more cores, I mean. Uh-oh, this one. Good thing I remember that, cause that guy would have one-shot, or not one-shotted, but just done a lot of damage. Lady, please don't die. Okay, yeah, they got some defense and a lot. Late game, well, I did have my brother that did play this. He just grinded dungeons for like selling or getting a ton of star seeds, which is very good. And you just wanted, oh gosh, do those higher dungeons with other people, and most, because the game's been out quite a while, I would imagine there's a lot of people that have got to late, like much better gear. I played it when it first came out, and it was just crazy because of how weak everybody was. Like they couldn't do much to do enough damage, but now it's been out a while, so you wouldn't have to win so much. But yeah, I'd say you can do dungeons. You can, if you need some money to upgrade or buy things, just go ahead and do the that farming spot in those two places. And what was that? There's one thing. Dang it. What was it? I hate when I'm talking, then I just forget it. End game stuff. There is one thing I don't think anybody is able to do yet. An abyssal dungeon, which is the hardest possible thing. I'd say only do that when you have really good gear with maxed yellow, or even up to, well, unless you have A, I wouldn't say. Until you get A, I wouldn't get it up to red. So any good pieces of gear you get, and you want to upgrade it instead of the one you got, keep it, and then farm those cores, because you're going to need a lot of it, and gold, or you can use the master enhancer, but that's more expensive. Well, if you have B grade, then go ahead, but I do have one piece that I'm not getting up, because I don't really need potion duration. Those stats are kind of not good unless you want that stuff. So, like this, B grade, good attack power upgrade, anything like that. You could even find some low, like blue grade that's B in the market. That's cheap. You could buy that and upgrade it instead of waiting to find one. So you don't have to worry about, you know, waiting for the perfect piece of gear to drop. And yeah, about 1,000 GS or so, you could, when you get here, you could go to that one spot. No, it's not. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, yellow is better than purple because it's higher, and my shoulder piece isn't yellow yet. It is lower, but the grade matters. Let me just find a wave telepost. I say that because, well, the very start, I don't, when you, they give you a tutorial how to enhance. You definitely don't want to enhance anything that's white, like the E and the... Where is one of these? Let's find it. Like the E, D, and C, I wouldn't even waste your time with that. Like, they're not... You're obviously gonna find better ones than those through the story. But yeah. Some people have enhanced them up. Like, any color of grade can be in the market. Like there will be very few times a red one that's any grade that will people have enhanced. If they've equipped it, they unbind it with the scroll and then they sell it. Letter gear. I don't think I've ever heard or seen that. But the difference in, like, yeah, there is some also the accessories for gear. There are some that you could just get for, I do have one. I use this for, I guess, oh, this has gold gain too. This is the one I use for fighting. This is the one I use for, yeah. So, the stuff I have is B, which is the second best, and this, I'll show you A grade, which is way better, like this one, there's quite a few. This is, the attack on it is better, like, way better, if you, let's see, if you get this up to the level my B grade piece is, yeah, the stats would probably be, I'm gonna take a guess, maybe it would be above 3,000 plus or something. It would be quite a bit higher. And something with gears I didn't know till I saw. This sort of forgotten will always... Well, the letter's more important because it's, in any game I've played, like a higher star, but in this case grade, it's always gonna be better, like no matter what you get, it'll do more, it'll have more attack for a weapon, more defense for armor, and it'll just be the best for right now. A is the strongest gear you could get. And if I can find a red piece of gear, whoops, a red one, or even a yellow one, that's a sword, let's say this is, you could see how much higher that is from mine, even though it's enhanced, mine would probably be, quite a few points, numbers behind it, like incredibly lower. So yeah, the grade, and that's why you get very few A grades from those 29, well, all the dungeons besides the Cobalt, the actual dungeons. So every one of these and below give you A grade, a chance at it. Yeah, some people are crazy. I don't know why they put a, what is it? Yeah, they'll put any kind of grade in here, like, and even this, you can also see to the right the prices. So, on the days too, like this doesn't cost very much. You would think it would cost more because it's at maxed out mythic, which is red, but it's because the grade is weak, and that's why, or it's B. If that was an A, it would probably be a million or more. That's how I've seen things that cost a million. It's because they're very, very good. Although everybody will set their own prices. Like, you can pick any price you want. Yeah. They also, with this marketplace, you'll see this, but it'll show you the cheapest price. It won't actually be that price. I did forget about that. So yeah, it's actually worth a lot more. But since it's a B, it's twice as cheap as an A. This would, as an A, it would be $1 million or so. Very high up and very expensive. And these, like, these are better than mine, but see this, same damage for every grade. Like, I don't think one weapon's higher. Yeah, like, you have to just click on it. If you want to see the actual price, you gotta go to it. You can't just look at it, say, oh, it's super cheap. No, it's not super cheap. It's very expensive, and these, like, you could even find a cheap piece of gear for yourself and upgrade it to what you want it to be. And that's what I did with some of my gear. Like, I just saw it cheap, I bought it, I upgraded it, and I just used it like that. With the armor, though, like, there's ones for your class. For the mages, the ranger, and the tanks, guard. I guess they changed the name of this. Holy smokes, yeah, right there with the 820 HP and 1039. That's how you tell what stat you're getting. So I go this. This is actually a extremely good one. It's almost at the max stat you can get with it, which is usually hard to get a maxed out stat one. And my sword the important one is I'd run them like at least those low ones or the high ones. The very two at the bottom or everyone below the kitchen one. Because, actually, not this one, my bad. Everyone below this, they give you A grade, like, a chance at it. Most likely you'll get one for at least running your daily ones. Your daily keys you get. You'll get it. I would try to go for A, and this, you could see if you view stats, it'll just show you the stuff you can get from the actual chest you open. But the actual chest you get from the dungeon is all the way down here, and once you get that, you have to, if you want to see what you get, you push square on it again. You can get all these things just from that chest you open. It's not the actual thing you have to use your key on. You could probably get, yeah, some of this A grade stuff, just you wouldn't have to open the chest to get it. But if you want the other stuff, oh, there it is. This stuff, it gives you 6 to 16 items, but I don't know about that, because I've opened things that haven't always given you that amount. But this is what you would use your key on. I can't really look at it. But you can get all of these items just from that. Quite a bit of gold too, actually. Some nice stuff. So 5 to 27 items. And you can either just keep those chests, not open them, whatever, or you can open them. And the one thing, yeah, most likely from dungeons, yeah, it'll only be blue. It'll never, as an A grade, it'll never be higher. Like, B grade, it'll be higher, like purple's probably the highest I've seen. And you can also get these, which are important for upgrading, because it is so hard to find these for, yeah, you can keep that if it's better for you, but if it's not, you can just sell it or salvage it for a bunch of artifact cores. one of those you can do. And dungeons, I'd say, are pretty good to run. You get a lot of good stuff, at least running these, the ones here. Any others, you actually do not get any A grade. You'll get B, and that'll be it. And so there, I just would say do these two for the quest, and you get 2 of them. You can open them if you want. I mean, you get 2 free daily keys. So, if you want to just use them on whatever, you can also buy them. You can also get keys from the weekly bosses, but that's a chance from the chest they drop. So this guy, yeah, those are for the Master Enhancer, which is over here. Well, she's more expensive to upgrade from. Say that, well, no gold, artifact cores, but you see, that's quite a lot of star seeds. Like, you can make that much easily if you're selling, but I would never do this one. She's more expensive, and you can't really farm star seeds unless people buy your stuff. They're used for that person, but this guy, you use the normal ones. It only costs gold, but it costs more artifact cores. But I'd say it's always, you can use embers to increase your chance, so it's definitely better to do this one, unless you're not, if you're super rich on stuff, because she will never break your gear. You won't have to repair it. He will, though. Also, the one other thing, A grade. You want to be, make sure you have plenty of embers and stuff, because I'll show you what's so expensive about it if you mess it up. Instead of using a normal repair kit, you have to spend, like, your actual star seeds to buy a more expensive one. And so this is the one for B grade. Yeah, these, you can actually use artifact cores for this. You can keep them. I'd say if you want to put some embers in the armor one, I'd only keep like the yellow and the red ones, because at that point it's going to be very hard to get up, and you might actually break it. Very expensive. And these, as you can see, 100,000 to repair one piece of A grade gear. Very, very expensive. You could also use this. It's also pretty expensive, so I just farm the cores up if you have A grade and salvage that armor. You can buy as many of these as you want. You can only buy one of these. And if you're looking to unlock runes, which I didn't know what runes were, those things on the bottom, the green, yellow, and purple, the unbinding scrolls, you see, if I unequipped this and I used it to unbind it, I could sell this on the market, and it would no longer say bound to account. But I wouldn't want to do that on any piece of gear I'm using. So if you want to sell gear, you can just unbind it. If you like, you'll probably get gear from dungeons that you can sell, but they're used to make it so other people, you can sell it in the market, get star seeds, and you don't have to. Yeah, it's so you can do that. I've farmed so many of them. I think they changed it in that one place in the jungle. I got quite a few of them just by sitting there killing those guys. Really nice stuff too, like some memory gems to get your level up, your skill points. And one important thing is when you get to, I think, 25, yeah, level 25, you'll get a class point. You gotta do a quest. They drop the level requirement for the Yeah, memory gems, you just use them in your consumables when you get them. They give you that skill point, like in this game, 100 skill XP at this point in the game is only 5%, so it's 5.00. So it would be 75 if I used one, and it gave me 100. 200, like, it just goes up 5% every time, so those you want to always use and get yourself as many points as possible, because I now have once I get to 30, I can now buy this, and it costs 10 points for one of these. So most of the classes, I'd say they're good to use, and these, it sucks. You have to actually use a skill point, like, to get a class point. You have to talk to the skill point person, though, which they'll have that skill points icon above their name. You have to use that in order to get a class point, and I'd say they're worth it, because I'd first want to I wouldn't put any points in these, but I learned that mistake. You probably only want to save them and use it for this, because at this point, it takes, unless you just grind out like mini bosses, many of like these events, you can get quite a few skill points. I did like a bunch of farming these up every day, and you know, I got like quite a few levels. You could just do that to get a bunch of skill points. And it does help so much, especially when you need it for class points, or just to add and get these passives. This passive would increase the incoming damage absorbed by my guard, which if I got all these up, I could block, and it would increase, well, I would take less damage. The guard would block more of the attack, so I wouldn't have to take so much damage. Those passives are nice for each class. So skill points are definitely one important thing you want to always get them if you need them, because they definitely increase your damage if you're using a certain one. Because this is maxed out. This increases mine by 10 extra %. And the very last skill, which is this, very hard to get, but I'd say very worth it, and extremely grindy to get every one of these, unless you get a bunch of memory gems. You're fine. And yeah, these are very useful. Very hard to get, but you need 1,000 warrior talents. Can only be got from these. You have to do every week. You need 1,000 to talk to a guy and all the way down here in this place. And I'll say, once you get it, that's the easy one. The hard one is from an abyssal dungeon, I believe. Extremely difficult. And I was lucky somebody sold one and I bought it. But yeah, thanks. And I'll see ya. Okay. Oh, wow. We got 2 of those. Wait. That's the exact same stat. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Oh my. That's not half bad. Yeah, you too. Yeah. See ya.
Can I help you?
Oh, yes, I remember those.
Take your time. Have a look around.
Whoops. Oh, that's why I kept that. Okay. Oh. Okay, guys. That was mostly talking about, well, what would be good for, I guess, gear late game, and we gotta finally do that dungeon, and thank goodness, because we got a high level. Also, we didn't die once, which is good. Usually, frickin' died like a million times trying to beat that guy, but probably because there are so many people that have been on this for a lot longer now, they are actually stronger, so that wouldn't be as hard anyway. Thank you for watching. That'll be it for this one, and I'll see you in the next one.